Now it's 6. Pacers pumped. The players still celebrating last night's Eastern Conference Championship as they get ready to play for their first NBA title in franchise history. Plus, fan celebrations continued well into the morning. What they had to say a day after this historic win. Matt.
Hey, it's been a good 24 hours for us. However, we are tracking some of that wildfire smoke. We think the air quality could go down a little bit tomorrow. We're tracking it.
This is an exciting time, but we understand that there's a long road ahead, a lot more work to do. But yeah, it's really special, to do this.
Oh, it sure is. Pacers fans, did you get much sleep last night? Yeah, we didn't either. The celebration continues today as the team is headed to the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years. After taking down the Knicks in Game 6, they're getting ready to face the Oklahoma City Thunder in the championship series later this week. It's only the Pacers' second trip to the finals in franchise history. Eli Gain here in studio.
Whoa.
Eli, gosh, we're still pumped from this one. What an exciting night.
Have to, right? Now I'm gonna be honest, I had a little bit of FOMO yesterday.
I know.
We talked when I got into the station. I had some personal stuff that I had to take care of.
You
this
couldn't be
weekend.
there.
I couldn't be there after starting here and following the team all this way, but we'll be back on the grind.
Oh, yeah, for
this
sure.
Week. So, yes, it's going to be an awesome week for sure. Extremely excited for this franchise, and it should be a fun next couple of weeks with the fans as well. A quarter of a century since the Pacers had their season that extended into June when they also eliminated the Knicks in 6, so maybe a little deja vu for some. As for the game, it was neck and neck for a majority of it, at least in the first half. Pacers had just a 4-point lead at the break. Then the pedal was put to the metal in the second half. The Pacers raced out to a 15-point lead in the blink of an eye, and it was coasting to the finish line from there. Pascal Siakam with another 30-piece. He was named the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Tyrese Halliburton had 21 and 13. And then, of course, the celebration on the court, the cherry on top of the night. As you look at some of the scenes from our crew after the game last night, lots of smiles. The fans here taking it all in, and coming up, Miles Turner, who spent his entire career here loving every moment. He said after the game that the feeling was pure joy and validation. This team was 10 and 15 to start the year. They were below 500 in the month of January, but now here they are heading to the NBA Finals in convincing fashion.
It's a special feeling to do it with this group. We got to the same spot last year, fell short. And man, we just worked our tails off as a group to get back here. It's been a bumpy road with our start, and man, just really proud of the resilience of this group.
It's been a great journey so far, and we had a lot more work to do. Looking at some of those games and just knowing how better we can get. That's the most exciting part.
We understand the magnitude of the opponent. Oklahoma City has been dominant all year long, with capital letters in the word dominant. I think it has the makings of a great series.
So the attention now shifts to the Thunder, of course, the best team in the league all season long, but I don't think the Pacers have any problem with that. They've been pretty dominant lately as well. As for us, wheels up very early Wednesday morning, and then Game 1 Thursday in OKC. I've never been. Looking forward to it. Me, Dom, and Josh, our photographer, are going to be making the trip. Yeah, it's going to be great. First NBA Finals coverage that I get. Game 1 tips off Thursday at 8:30.
I can't wait for all
sick.
the excitement that you bring us.
Yes.
And, I had forgotten until you mentioned those stats that they were down so much in January.
Yes, they were. The rocky start. They dealt with injuries. They were playing two-way players on the roster.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time ago, right?
It does.
But this last month and a half, 2 months, they haven't lost back-to-back games since March 10th. So
good time to be grooving.
That's right.
All
You
right.
got it.
Thanks so much, Eli. We appreciate it. Okay, check this out. After the game, fans poured into the streets outside the Fieldhouse downtown. Those celebrations lasted for hours last night, spilling well into the morning. Our Anna Chalker talked with Pacers fans today about this historic win.
It is definitely a much quieter and different scene out here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, nearly 24 hours since that big victory. But that's not going to stop the fans from celebrating our second trip to the NBA Finals.
This is a moment last night you're going to remember 20 years from now.
And now people will remember where they were the night of May 31st, 2025, when the Pacers clinched their spot in the NBA Finals.
One of those mornings where you wake up and you think, did that really happen?
This roaring sea of gold turned calm Sunday. T-shirt shelves bare and quiet fans taking the day to reflect on the win.
You feel good for the fans, but also you got to feel really good for the players and the coaches, the staff members. They've worked so hard for this opportunity. They earned the right to celebrate today.
Many were there for their first trip to the finals. Matt Asen, who has made being a fan his personality, says Saturday night's win brought back the same emotions he felt in 2000.
So nervous the whole time. I've been at all chapters, 9 chapters of Hicks Knicks, and being an original New Yorker, it's even sweeter because I've been a Pacer fan for 38 years.
He says while he was excited to watch this in person, it was even better to have his sons sitting next to him.
They're one of the reasons we won. Even now, chokes me up. I've been doing this since before they were born. So.
A moment thousands of fans will celebrate for years.
We earned it. We deserved it. The team played hard. The fans played hard. And the city deserves it because it's a great sports city and we love the Pacers.
Now it'll be a little bit before fans are back here cheering on the Pacers. Game 3 is here at home on June 11th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Anna Chalker, 13 News.
Thanks, Anna. Okay, so let's get you set for the finals. Game 1 is on Thursday in Oklahoma City. Game 2 also on the road. That's next Sunday, and that's before the teams head to Indy for games 3 and 4. So again, as Anna mentioned, the first game at home at Gainbridge is Wednesday, June 11th. Ticket information. I know a lot of people are interested. Not quite yet available. We are also waiting for final details on watch parties here in Indy for games 1 and 2. Of course, as soon as we get that info, we will share it with you on air and on WTHR.com. And hey, if you want to relive all the excitement from this weekend, hear from the players after that great Game 6 win, just head over to WTHR Plus. You can watch it anytime on demand. Just download our app and watch for free. Tell you, Matt, I'm jealous of the folks who had tickets, but I also want to commend them. The noise, even coming out of our televisions, was just like, ooh, they willed it. Yes.
They definitely did.
It was great.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
So hopefully we continue that when we have more of those home games like you saw on that schedule. But
yeah, for sure.
They're finally showing up on the 10-day. It's an extent. It takes a while to do the finals.
It does.
It's a little bit longer than some of these others.
Not the every other day situation.
Yeah, exactly. Nice weather out there, Jenny.
It is nice today.
Hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, beautiful weather. Now, if you notice, it's not that crystal clear blue sky, but at least the sun is pouring on through. Right now, we're sitting in the 70s. We do have a light north-northwest wind. There's no humidity out there whatsoever. 73 feels exactly like 73, and that sun's coming through. Now, it's kind of tricky for our observations. They're looking up and they're seeing something. So that's why a cloud pops up on these automatic observations at all the airports across the area. We don't really have clouds. We have more of that wildfire smoke that is lingering. We're still having the sunshine pour right through, so it's still warm. A lot of 70s on the map, but we are tracking that wildfire smoke, not just because it makes the sky look a little bit different, but because the air quality may start to go down. High pressure is kind of locking it in for a couple days. Eventually, it's going to try to push it out. This front doesn't actually come until Wednesday, so there's nothing to really clear it out. We have a warm front to warm us up, but it's not very good at pushing things out. And so you can actually see some of that smoke, kind of that lighter gray color, not the white. The white are some of those clouds that we have just across the Great Lakes. There's not very many, but that's that smoke, and we've got it right over Indiana as well. Here's another way to look at it, because sometimes it's hard to look just visibly, but we can scan the atmosphere for particulates, and you can see it. Air quality's fine. But Jenny, I think tomorrow the air quality is going to go down. We're going to show you the forecast for folks who are sensitive to particulates. We're going to let you know what you can expect the next couple of days. We also talk about northern lights, Jenny, and then we're going to let you know how warm things are about to get.
All right, see you in a few minutes. Matt, thanks so much. Happening tomorrow, the Indianapolis Colts are celebrating the life of Jim Irsay. The team owner passed away on May 21st at the age of 65. Now, this is a private service. The team says it will announce a public memorial in the future. This past Wednesday, as players gathered for voluntary workouts, they shared some of their memories of Irsay.
Phenomenal human being. You guys know how generous he was. I told the team last week, you know, every time I talk to him in the building, on the phone, every time, he would always tell me at the end, Coach, whatever you need for this team, this organization, we got you. And that was the man he was.
I began to realize over my career that, this was his life. It's what he always wanted to talk about, the glory days and how he wanted to relive those moments again. That's our task every day, to go out and make sure we get that for him.
Colts players do plan to wear a black patch on their jerseys this season in Irsay's honor. Last week, the Colts released his full obituary. It highlights his contributions to the team and to our city, and you can find that right now at WTHR.com. New tonight, 2 people sentenced for their roles in a drug overdose incident last year at Westfield Middle School. 2 middle school students were hospitalized after swallowing meth last September. They both recovered, and the police traced the source to a home on North Union Street in Westfield. Officers arrested Freddie and Brooke Garcia on multiple charges. They also removed 6 children from the home. Freddie Garcia was sentenced to 4 years in prison plus 2 years probation. Brooke was sentenced to more than a year in prison and 1 year of probation. Tomorrow morning, a former Brownsburg daycare employee is in court facing child molestation and exploitation charges. Police arrested Gabriel Garner last month. He pleaded guilty to 43 charges, including possession of child pornography. He's a former employee at Main Street University for Kids. Attorneys say there are now 8 victims in this case. Right now, the daycare is closed. Police also arrested the owner and the daycare director. They're facing 7 charges each. 13 News will be in court for Garner's initial hearing coming up on Monday. The driver accused in a crash that killed a former HSC football player also has an initial hearing tomorrow. Trey Williams is being charged as an adult in the death of Mason Alexander. Alexander's family pushed for that ruling now that Williams is 18. He was 17 when the crash happened. Prosecutors say they will charge Williams with reckless homicide, reckless driving, and having a fake ID.